and I'm really struggling. I mean, I try my best. I'm fully locked in. I pay attention. I don't absorb all the information, and I can't do anything else but just speak my mind. I mean, I want to be truthful. I don't want to be fake, but I can't help but feel like they all like Josh more than me, and all these comments are just ripping me apart.
Well, maybe he's just tired of hearing you complain.
What?
I know I'm certainly tired of it. How do you think it feels to sit and listen to someone whine about themselves all the time?
Excuse me?
If you can't take it here, then you might think about a transport ship. There's a lot less pressure there.
Oh, okay, I don't work here. I'm not an engineer. I have a YouTube channel with Josh where I talk about Star Trek. I talk about you. I talk about...
So you better take a hold of yourself, or be prepared for transfer.
I don't work for you. What do you mean transfer me? This is fucking bullshit. You know, you can't tell me what to do. Fucking asshole.
Glad I could help.
So, episode 3.
Episode 3.
Sensors have located the transport ship. 2 Rekok battle cruisers are flanking it.
Red alert, shields up.
Sound a little sick.
Yeah.
Cancel red alert. Mr. Worf, take the weapons offline.
Aye, sir.
Boo.
It is imperative that I speak to the captain.
You think he's attracted to you, but he isn't.
Go with her.
Don't pursue him. I won't have it. I'll stop you.
Okay, I won't.
Take it easy, Lin Shaye. I'll stay away from your son.
They immediately make out. Right before they went on screen. We gotta make them look like aliens. Just pulled out a Sharpie.
You'll be in good hands with Captain Picard.
I understand, sir.
Good luck and a successful journey.
Based Admiral, all right.
Yes, sir.
Set a course for Saronia.
Aye, sir.
Oh, yeah. Man of the people.
Talking about Worf, People's Champion.
That will be all for today. There will be another class tomorrow at 0700 hours.
Your form was shit.
Class disgusts me.
I let everyone talk until they're exhausted. And when I start, they're too tired to argue.
I thought Lumerians were empathic.
Only with each other, not other species.
What I sense from you is very unusual. Calmness, serenity, tranquility.
You think when they get old and sick, their empathic abilities spread to other species, like his mom?
I was thinking maybe his mom sensed that he was attracted to her.
Oh.
If they're empathic with each other.
Gotcha.
Would you come with me when we reach Saronia?
If the captain authorizes it, of course I will.
Good. I hope to see you again.
Oh, God.
Have you mated with him yet?
What?
That's what you want, isn't it? I can always tell the ones with a certain look in their eye.
I'd better go.
Yeah.
If you do, you'll regret it the rest of your life.
Mother, come in, please.
He's lazy in bed. How would you know?
I watch.
That's crazy.
But yeah, this would be enough to be like, all right, I'm not talking to you again.
Yeah.
Let me know when she dies.
In the way he's not really reacting, like, he's just kind of like, Mother, come on. Like, he's not, I'd be like, stop, go in the room.
Time again.
It's what time again?
The dreaded crew evaluation reports.
No, Riker does that?
What's wrong?
Probably vigorously interviews each one, like an interrogation.
First, molecular biology. Lieutenant Jeffrey Freitas.
Warp to Commander Riker. Can you report to Ambassador Alcar's quarters? There is an emergency.
Couldn't even get through one.
40 cc's and a
Oh, God.
Oh,
Didn't have to wait long, Troy.
did rigor mortis already set in?
Oh, yeah.
There's a funeral meditation, part of our rituals. As an empath, you're the only person on board who could perform it with me.
I'll be glad to help.
They actually have some score this episode.
Also some ADR, too.
Well, that's obvious.
That's a given.
I immediately think if she is dead, he killed her.
Strength comes from love.
And courage from wisdom.
And courage from wisdom.
She looks like she was violated there.
My first thought was maybe he steals her empathic ability.
Or she put her mother's soul in her.
Wait, do you think that wasn't actually his mother and he like sucks the youth out of people? She's getting older?
Ooh, I don't know.
credit if that's the case.
I'd like to do an autopsy. I've already spoken to Alcar, and he informs me Lumerian custom forbids it.
Oh, of course.
Getting the practice in on her own. Wolf said I need to improve if I want to stay in the class.
No training alone. She gotta turn around and an old woman in the mirror.
I like this mirror shot. Who else but Colby? It's like a David Lynch film.
Is it really so complicated? Well, perhaps you overthink things.
It is weird to hear some score and creepiness.
You are very beautiful, but our relationship can't be like that.
Interesting.
Unless that old woman wasn't actually his mother and some woman he made old with that rock thing. I don't know.
That's what I said.
No, it's not.
She's like, look, I'm already in the mood, okay?
Did he turn her into a horn dog?
I don't know.
Well,
Had to go to good old faithful. Although, what happened to that guy?
Shade him.
He's already in here, naked.
He's up on the ceiling.
Oh! Well, he wasn't naked.
Thank you, sir. I was just leaving.
Oh my
if there's
god.
anything else I need, I know where to find you.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you bothered by his being here?
Of course not.
Do you even know who
Good,
it
because
is?
it's really none of your business.
Oh.
Why do I think you're upset?
I don't know.
Well, remember who you're talking to. You are bothered, I can tell.
Because she's an empath.
When you're ready to work, why don't you give me a call?
I will.
Did you say my name?
What was that?
You what?
Lieutenant Pinder questioned me because I'd allowed a .023 variance. He goes out of his way to criticize me.
Well, maybe he's just tired of hearing you complain.
Pardon me?
I know I'm certainly tired of it.
Oh!
How do you think it feels to sit and listen to someone whine about themselves all the time? So you better take a hold of yourself or be prepared for transfer.
I will, counselor. Thank you.
God damn.
She's like, I don't have time for this shit, all right?
Oh, hey, it's Jordy.
I can run a diagnostic on the biofilter system and your tricorder.
Thanks. Of course, the best way to get the information I need would be to do an autopsy.
And Jordy doesn't know. Okay, then do one. I wasn't here for that conversation.
Yeah. Why don't you do one then? Dude, look at her hair.
Up, getting older.
How does that relate to her horniness and her aggressiveness? I don't know.
You want him. I can tell.
Oh.
You're envious of him. You pretend to support him, but secretly you want him to fail.
That's not so.
Or almost like maybe even like he put the spirit of that woman into her.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know what you thought you were doing in there, but you were way out of line. Deck 9.
Damn, okay, Riker.
Yeah, or this guy has some really weird kinks.
This just isn't you.
Oh, it is. You want me, don't you?
Riker, you can't. Riker's gonna fold. Ah! Oh!
What is this?
This usually takes at least 10 or 15 minutes before we get into this.
Come in.
Deanna, I'm leaving for the surface.
Oh!
Is Leva going with you?
She's been on Saronia for weeks. She knows the people, the situation.
She wants to take you away from me.
You were never together.
I need you here, making it possible for me to do my work.
I won't let her have you! I'll stop her!
He needs to pick an eye to focus on. His eyes were going back and forth.
Please, Olcar! Don't leave me!
I'm curious what this guy's
Don't do it!
motivational role is in all this. Like, he didn't sleep with her, but he obviously did that to her.
I'm closer to Deanna than I've ever been to anyone. Last night, she was someone that I had never seen before.
This is pretty awesome, by the way.
What, that thing or these two?
Sure, but no, the device.
Oh, yeah.
Chief,
Will you take me with you?
Oh, wow.
I already told you you can't.
I won't let her have you.
Whoa! No!
Picard, you weren't even in this plot.
All of the systems in her body have elevated readings. Take her to sickbay. I want to see you in sickbay too.
Perhaps we should delay transporting to the surface.
No.
Oh, come on, Picard. Put it together.
Transport them to the planet's surface.
Aye, sir.
I mean, I get it. You want to solve this dispute, but clearly whatever's happening to her.
Yeah, Picard's been so out of it, he has no idea.
Yeah, true.
They've even interacted.
Could Deanna have picked up some disease from him?
I don't know. I need to do that autopsy. I don't care about the customs of Olkar's people.
The body's already been jettisoned into space.
Where was it dropped off?
Captain, Ambassador Alcar is at the negotiation table and cannot be disturbed.
It seems he's blocked our number.
The messenger was green.
Yeah, and he won't respond to my snaps. It's a Snapchat from Worf on the bridge.
No, she wasn't my mother.
She wasn't 93 years old.
Captain, did you perform an autopsy against my wishes?
Yes.
I had the ability to channel my darker thoughts, my unwanted emotions to others, leaving me unencumbered. If I came to these peace talks hindered by unwanted emotions, then Rakogs and Saronians would be condemned to go on fighting. Do you know how many people have died on this planet in the last 48 hours? Deanna Troi is just one individual.
You're a coward, Alcar. You exploit the innocent. This time you will be held accountable. I'm taking you back to the Enterprise to release Counselor Troi.
I have no intention of releasing her now or ever. If you'll excuse me, Captain.
Mr. Wall?
Oh, what?
Couldn't have said anything, Worf, that whole time.
How'd you let him sneak up on your Worf? We can take him, come on.
Yeah, Worf, you need to be able to throw back to Kirk. Getting a phaser pointed at him, you just kick it out of their hand.
We must bear in mind that we'll be putting his next victim at risk. I want every possible security measure taken to protect that person. How will you?
I'll give her a hypospray of Dilamadon. It's the gentlest way.
Wow.
Worf will come in with the bat'leth
Yeah.
across her neck, and then use that device to seal it back up. Man, this fucking guy. You will save Deanna. No.
Era of bloodshed and conflict appears to be over.
What is it?
She just died.
Oh, you're exhausted.
Do you want a doctor? No, of course not.
Enterprise to Ambassador Alcar. Respond, sir.
I'm here, Captain.
What a weak piece of garbage. Can't handle my negative emotions.
There are security force fields protecting us, Captain.
They won't protect you any longer. Transporter room 2, prepare to energize.
We're ready, Captain.
Wait, why was it just that easy? Like,
Yeah, what do you mean I won't protect him any longer? Why
yeah.
not?
We have force fields. No, you don't.
Without her, I couldn't have accomplished what I did.
I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do?
They're empathic with each other, can't they? Can't sense what he's trying to do here.
They forgot about that.
Romga.
Romga. Sevirom.
Also, was there any particular reason why you had to choose a woman?
I don't think so. It's who he had. Probably because a man could handle those emotions.
An end to pain.
An end to pain.
Come on, Chief number 2.
Regard to transporter room 3.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
We won't know if it's working till the levels are below 300%.
Well, they're almost done with that ritual.
Alcar.
Oh, God.
Let me go!
Oh, there we go. He's gonna die instantly.
Punch him, Worf.
Neurotransmitter levels are down to 230%.
Oh! Bro got taken out by his emotions.
Unless those emotions are so stressing that he actually was that old, but because he pushed them on other people, he didn't have any stress, so he never got old. Is that how it works?
Yeah, no, it doesn't really make any sense.
It's as though I'm looking at a holodeck projection of someone else.
That's how it seemed to all of us.
Thanks for sticking by me.
Hey,
I always will. Even when you're old and gray.
Oh.
Nice.
You're gonna find that young woman and apologize to her? The one that she yelled at in therapy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if she ever comes back for another session.
It's like, oh, you're up for your yearly counseling session with Counselor Troy. No, please.
How about that young buck that she slept with next time he sees her? Oh, so, Troy, what are you doing tonight? No, I'm not into you anymore, sorry.
Do you think they slept together?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, he was fully clothed. I mean, you don't need to be naked either.
I mean, yeah, it had to have been right afterwards because she literally called Riker to her room, so.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, just wanted to remind you guys, if you want to join the best Star Trek community on the internet, it's the Target Audience Patreon. We all get to talk about how much we love Star Trek, debate the episodes, which ones we like more than others. Oh yeah, and by the way, you also get a bunch of exclusive content that's not here on YouTube. But speaking of YouTube, I won't take up too much of your time. Let's get back to the video.
This season, we are still doing the whiteboards, but we are not limited to letter grades. We can put whatever we want to describe how we feel about the episode. And today's episode is Man of the People. Alex, how'd you feel about it?
I drew the trolley incident.
I have no fucking clue what that means, but...
Oh, you know the trolley?
No, I know the trolley incident. I have no idea what that means about this episode.
In terms about how I feel at the episode, I mean, I'm sure more feelings will come out as I talk about it, but as of right now, I just feel... Yeah, that was fine.
You feel like the trolley?
Yeah, I feel like the trolley incident.
Okay. Well, for me, even with a bad script, Colby, don't miss. I need to know your explanation. What made you draw that?
Well, the whole thing about this guy, he's like, I'm going to save thousands of people, but I just have to kill a couple people to do it.
Ah, okay. So it reminded you of the trolley incident.
Yeah, where it's one of those. I mean, it's not the most. It's not one of those situations where some Star Trek episodes have made me go, "Oh wow, that's a really good point," like Masterpiece Society or some other ones. But this guy's point of, I mean, yeah, I have to do this to one or two people, but I'm saving thousands. It's like, oh, well, it's like, yeah.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So it was almost like it was a thinker, except in this scenario, I would say it's probably a little bit more of an active thing he's doing than the trolley incident. Although I guess you could relate it to the pulling of the lever in the trolley incident.
Yeah, but also this guy's whole reasoning sucks. Well, you can't figure it out. You can't debate. You can't moderate without some negative emotions.
Yeah.
Little baby.
I keep saying incident.
It's not. Yeah, it's not trolley.
The trolley problem.
Trolley problem. Yeah, trolley incidents from a video game that I play.
Yeah. Overall, for me, I felt that this script was a little all over the place. There was good things in it for sure, but I felt this was led by director Winrick Colby, along with the actors, the episode actually having score, and a lot of elements of the episode that were executed really well. And so we always talk about execution. And I think this is a perfect example of the material not being that great, but the execution of the material, making this, I think, a pretty fun episode. Up until Troy is basically incapacitated, I wasn't really a fan of the whole last few acts of the episode and the ending of it. It just kind of, okay, you're dragging on. It's like the fun part of the episode was getting to see Marina Sirtis in this different type of role for her, and all of the shenanigans that ensued because of that. The good, interesting score, Colby's direction, all of those things. Almost a little bit of horror elements or supernatural elements, some thriller elements, and then once she's incapacitated, and then Picard goes down and figures out what's going on, and they just have to solve it. Then it got a little bit like, I was checked out. Like, it's like, okay, now we know what's going on, and it's not really that interesting. And I just felt the script was clunky. The dialogue, especially from the guest characters, was just kind of goofy and did not hit well. The performances of the guest character, I also didn't really care for. I mean, the guy was just fell flat to me. All the people around him were just fine. The old woman was fine. The other people with him were fine, and he was just, I don't know, I didn't really buy it.
Yeah, he was a very flat villain per se, but he wasn't real. I mean, he was a villain. He was a horrible person, but I'm glad he wasn't a cartoon character type villain like the time travel guy episode. I mean, it wasn't as ridiculous as Violations up until that happened. It was for me. It was neat to see because not knowing why this was happening, all the guesses of why it's happening, and why he's so calm during this, and with Marina Sirtis and Troy, and then his mother per se, and trying to figure that, like, why is this guy so calm? Well, it's like, oh, he's so calm because he doesn't have any, negative emotions per se, and like, why is he doing this? And once it's revealed, yeah, I do agree that the train goes off the tracks. Jeez, it's not even worth it. But yeah, the whole thing with Picard, all of a sudden Picard is just shoehorned into this plot to solve it, and then Worf is just disarmed immediately. Oh, we beam back up. Oh, you better beam back up, or no, we have shields. No, you don't. All right, we'll be right up. It's like, all right, and then the timing of trying to get Marina Sirtis like 300%, whatever it was, lower, and like, this guy's gonna finish this ritual. Like, it's done. But everything else leading up to that, the score, I have to say, was the best part. That creepy, eerie, shining like score. Just Marina Sirtis staring at the window. All that stuff was fine. Why did I say fine? All that stuff was good because a lot of episodes recently just been silent. So it's nice to have a little bit of score back. But overall, in this episode, it's just like the guy's performance is very flat. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely a mixed bag. There was a lot of it I enjoyed. Basically, from like the middle of the episode, once this happens to Troy, up through her becoming incapacitated, that whole journey in the middle chunk of the episode focused on her is what I liked the best. With Colby's direction, things like the infinite mirror shot, and just kind of the whole creepiness vibe of it, where she's just going around seducing people, you don't know what's going on. And then once they actually get back into the real, actually what's happening with the story, it looped back around to where I felt at the beginning, where I just wasn't invested and I didn't really care. And wrapping it back around to the trolley problem, with this guy's decision, he's the one forcibly doing this. So it's almost like if the train was going towards the group of people and then the other track was just empty, and then he goes and takes someone, puts them on the track, and then turns it, because you're actively harming someone who's not even included in this problem. To him, it's a solution, and I get it. But Picard shuts him down right away, and to me, it wasn't one of those thinkers of, interesting moral conundrum. Like, no, he's just clearly in the wrong, and Picard is correct. Do you have a different thought on that, or did
No,
you?
I agree with all that. Picard didn't even need to think of his speech. He didn't even need to think about it. It's like, wait, this is stupid. Why are you doing this? It's an interesting thought for a second what he's trying to do. I didn't say. I don't think that's the issue here. It's what he's trying to do. It's like, oh, he thinks he's solving the trolley problem, but he created the trolley problem because he's weak, because he can't do it with negative emotions. And Picard doesn't even take a second to think about it. It wasn't like the best Picard speech because it didn't make me change my mind on anything. It's like, yeah, that's what most people would say in this situation.
Yeah, 100%. So, biggest flaw for me is definitely the script and the guest performance, and it was saved to the point where, I did overall enjoy the episode because I'm going to remember the Troy stuff, the direction, and almost on a similar level of an episode like The Price from a few seasons ago, where Troy gets a storyline in that episode with the quarter Betazoid having a relationship with him, and there's a lot of weird things in that episode that I think was also directed by either Cliff Bole or Colby. I'll have to look that up. But, interesting here as well, but the actual story of it is where I'm just kind of like, I'm not going to remember why he did this or what the point was. Interesting premise, I guess, of transferring negative emotions and that being so much that it literally ages somebody. But I also didn't really buy into the whole, oh, well, we've solved the problem, so now she's just going to de-age. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and how did he convince that woman to be called his mother?
I don't know. Was she so just out of it that she didn't even... I don't know.
And why weren't they able to... Why wasn't the one he was about to transfer his negative emotions to, why didn't she sense that she was about to do that?
Yeah.
What else? What else can I complain about?
Cute ending with Troy and Riker.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice scene with them.
I think we created a villain origin story with that woman that Troy was counseling.
Oh, yeah. When will she come back? Yeah.
Seems like most people do not like this one.
Yeah, so much so that Sanji just says, yikes. It obviously falls into the meme of Troy must suffer.
Yeah.
But, Yeah. I don't have anything to add on to that.
Yeah, that's the thing about this episode. There's very little to say besides what we've already said. All right. Ron Hubbard Jr. says, ugh, I detest this episode. This one is in my bottom 5 TNG episodes. E.
Yeah, another one here. Spencer Lofton. I love season 6, but I just can't say anything good about this episode. This is easily one of the worst episodes in all of TNG. The obsession the writers had with violating Troy is just weird. E tier. Yeah, I won't dispute the thing with the writers violating Troy, but this for me is nowhere near the bottom for sure. I'm not saying this is one of the best episodes either, but to me this was absolutely a mixed bag. This was one of those like I had fun with some of it, but it just didn't really come together as a great episode. So I'm a little shocked at the extreme responses here from some of them, because nothing about it to me was I was never bored out of my mind. I was never, you know, laughing at how absurd it was. Like the absurd stuff was actually pretty fun. So unless you just have an objection to the storyline because of Troy being violated so many times, which is fair, but in terms of the actual making of the episode itself and the entertainment value, I didn't think it came off, anywhere near the bottom.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Besides it being mostly flat, a nice few scenes. I wouldn't call it the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just unremarkable. Just okay, that's fine. I'm glad everyone who worked on this got paid.
Yeah, and then you have a great director like when Rick Colby come in and give it some visual flair and some aesthetic and great lighting. And
who comes in and looks at this like, what the fuck is this piece of shit? All right, let's do this.
Here's one defector. John Bolton. I love this episode. A great performance by Marina. For me, worthy of an A. So some people do love it. If you're going to love anything about this episode, the performance of Marina Sirtis absolutely makes sense for that to be the thing you love about it. I love to see her on a meta level, just as an actress, getting to do something like this. Even though she is violated, I guess, but just doing something different than that we saw the first basically 3 or 4 seasons of the show.
Yeah, it is interesting. The seasons always, in the early episodes, have a Troy episode. Remember when she had the baby? That was an early episode. I want to say there was one more.